school. It was the last day of third grade, and my classmates and I had finished cleaning our desks. Our teacher, Mr. Brown, had passed out summer reading lists. We had even shared our goals for the summer. Mine was to go fishing during my family's camping trip. What next? I wondered, tapping my feet impatiently under my desk. Mr. Brown stood up and cleared his throat loudly. Now it's time you've all been waiting for, he announced. It's a summer now, I asked, and my classmates burst out laughing.
좀 크게.
Mr. Brown chuckled too. But he shook his head at me. Almost, he said. But first, it's time to hand out yearbooks. Everyone cheered, including me. I had completely forgotten about the yearbook. Last year, I only asked the other kids in my own class to sign. This year, my goal is to collect all the third graders' signatures. I watched excitedly as Mr. Brown produced a tall stack of yearbooks from a box under his desk. Once Mr. Brown handed me my copy, I skimmed through the pages. I spotted a picture of Marisol next to me at recess. I hurried over to her desk and asked, Marisol, will you sign my yearbook? Of course, Marisol replied. She took her special pink pen out of the back of her backpack just for the occasion. She even dotted the I of her name with a heart. Not everyone's signature was as fancy as Marisol's. Still, pretty soon, I got the whole class and Mr. Brown to sign my yearbook. Their signatures crisscrossed every page like footprints on a hiking trail. Okay, class, now it's time for the kickball game, Mr. Brown said. Perfect, I thought, leaping up from my chair. The rest of the third graders can sign my yearbook at the game. We all lined up on the playing field and watched for our turn to kick. As the game went on, I asked the other third graders for their signatures. I was so focused on my goal that I hardly noticed when Frankie scored the winning run. By then, I had all the third graders' signatures in my yearbook except one. John Morgan had hurt his knee sliding into home plate at the start of the game. He had gone to see the school nurse and had not come back. All right, kids, school's out for summer, Mr. Brown exclaimed. Thanks for a great year and have a wonderful vacation, everyone. I could see the parents' cars lining up the parking lot for pickup. Suddenly, I wasn't ready for summer vacation yet. Instead, I ran like the wind to the nurse's office. John was sitting on the cot with his head in one hand. With the other, he held an ice bag on his knee. Hi, John, I said, skidding noisily into the nurse's office. John looked up and gave me a tiny, feeble smile. Would you please sign my yearbook? I asked, thrusting the book forward. John's little smile transformed into a bored grin. Yes, but only if you sign mine, he bargained, and I nodded. We traded our yearbooks. I opened his and saw only a few names scattered there and there. When I looked over at John, he was running his fingers over all my signatures. I wanted for everyone to sign me this year, he said sadly. Then I got stuck Then I got stuck in here. His shoulders slumped in disappointment. His smile had turned back into a frown. I know what we can do, I told him. My parents said I can have a big birthday party in July. If you can, you can have lots of kids sign it then. Really, John asked, and his whole face lit up again. Definitely, I declared, nodding with enthusiasm. That would be great, he said. Together, John and I walked out the nurse's office and into our long-awaited summer vacation. I left school this year with a full yearbook and a new friend. Not a bad way to start the summer, don't you think?